You're listening to the Doctor Is In podcast, brought to you by MartinClinic.com. During the episode, the doctors share a lot of information. As awesome as the info may be, it is not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease. It's strictly for informational purposes.
Well, I'd like to talk to you today about the importance of DHA. Now, what is DHA? It's part of omega-3. So when you hear about omega-3 is very good for you. We'll go over several reasons that it is this morning. But one of the most important reasons is that DHA and omega-3 work and help your body in hundreds of different ways. It really does. Now, I want to differentiate between ordinary omega-3. So if you see any fish capsule, you've got omega-3 in there, and guess what? It's good for you. But the DHA is the key in omega-3. Now, for my vegan friends and vegetarian friends, you will not get DHA in the plant kingdom. It's not found there. So if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, you absolutely need to take a supplement and look for high DHA oil. So read the labels. You'll have EPA and DHA. And the DHA is the key. So the higher the DHA, the better that product is. So let me give you some of the benefits of high DHA oil. Again, there isn't an area in your body that doesn't benefit from DHA. I tell you that. And I get a lot of DHA in my food because I'm not so much a fish eater, although I take high DHA capsules every day. I eat a lot of grass-fed beef. So grass-fed beef steak is the highest source of DHA. Now, what are the benefits of DHA? Well, they're legion, they're a multitude. Couple of things that I really want to emphasize. If someone calls you fathead, take it as a compliment. I know I say that a lot, but it's so important. Your brain is made up of fat. And the reason we have such a problem today with dementia and Alzheimer's and cognitive issues in kids, and I was reading studies this morning on the side effects of giving kids Ritalin, drug for ADD and ADHD, and they're medicating these kids when what's missing in the kid's brain is DHA. They don't, because kids are weaned on sugar and not fat. Fat is important for your brain, your chemistry, your grid in the brain is made up of fat. Your neurotransmitters is fat. And so when we have a fat-free diet, you're actually hurting your brain. We've been on a failed experiment for the last 50 years, guys, on food, and that is fat makes you fat, and avoid fat, and avoid eggs, and avoid meat, and avoid bacon, and all this kind of thing. It was absolute nonsense. It was never true scientifically. And now we have a whole generation of people that have brain and cognitive issues. So one of the things you need to do is get high DHA for the health of your brain. And guys, listen, I know that one of the biggest fears in society today is that of dementia, Alzheimer's. You need to start now. You need to start now to prevent Alzheimer's. Does anybody watching this video today, it's one of our greatest fears is that we will outlive our brain, that our brain will not function properly. How many of us have family or friends that are deficient and they have dementia or Alzheimer's? Is there anything more sad to watch is one of our loved ones or whatever, and they cognitively are going downhill. Guys, I can't emphasize this enough, how important it is to take care of your brain now. And one of the most important things you can do is take high DHA. Look, if you can eat enough fish, good for you. You can eat enough red meat, which is grass-fed, then good for you. Get it in your diet. But I personally believe that in the age in which we live, we have to consider even supplementing with high DHA. Okay, so one of them, brain. The second is heart. Think of lubrication inside your blood vessels. What omega-3 does, it lubricates. It's like an oil change for your blood vessels, especially around the heart. This is why it's so significant to get DHA for heart health. I love DHA for heart health. It helps the endothelial layer. That's the little microscopic layer of your blood vessels that give your blood vessels elasticity. And it's proven that DHA helps with elasticity of your blood vessels. So it is very important in prevention of heart attacks and strokes. And you know what, guys, as we get older, this is important that we keep our blood vessels very, very pliable. You know what? People don't even think so much of DHA when they think of their gut. But again, it's lubrication inside of the gut. You have your, that DHA is very important to lower inflammation in your body. And listen, when you have leaky gut, when you don't have enough friendly bacteria and you have what we call a dysbiosis, DHA actually helps inside the gut because it lowers inflammation. It lowers inflammation in your joints. Yes, you want to keep your joints lubricated. Think of lubricating your joints. And this is why you should take enough DHA oil that you slide out of rooms. Be slippery. You want your blood vessels to be slippery? And you want your joints to be very lubricated. You know what happens to joints in inflammation is that they dry up your joints and your tendons and your muscles, they start to dry up. And this is why you don't have the flexibility. This is why you get bone on bone. And you want to lubricate joints. You want to lubricate your muscles. You want to lubricate your blood vessels and take the inflammation down. Now, one of the things that we find even with DHA, and again, it comes back to brain and gut, because it lowers inflammation. Do you know there's a huge link between inflammation and depression? Yes, inflammation and depression. And this is why I am so big on taking DHA as an oil, because it helps with minimizing your risk even for depression. This is such a big thing in our society today. So many people have mood swings and depression. And listen, it helps, DHA oil helps to elevate your hormonal levels. It helps to balance hormones because DHA helps with elevating your good cholesterol in your body. And good cholesterol are like FedEx trucks on the highways of your blood vessels, transporting your hormones. And again, it's so important to take DHA, okay? Again, get it in food and get it in supplements. Your eyes need DHA. Again, we come back to that healthy fat. And do you know what, guys? Your body doesn't make that fat. Your body does not produce DHA. You have to take it in food or supplements or both. So again, this teaching is so important to keep your eyes young so that you don't develop macular degeneration. Whenever you think of eyes, think of circulation. So if you look into an eye, when a doctor looks into an eye, what is he looking at? He's seeing those blood vessels. It's almost like you're in downtown Toronto or in Toronto and you see the 401 and the 407 and the 403 and the Don Valley parking lot, and you see all those, like a bird's eye view of all those highways. Well, that's what your behind your eye looks like. It's all blood vessels and circulation. And if you want to have healthy eyes as you get older, especially, and you want to avoid macular degeneration and diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma and cataracts, it all has to do with circulation. And what helps the blood vessels in behind your eyes? High DHA oil. Get it in red meat. Get it in fish. The problem is, if you don't get enough of that, then certainly take a supplement. This is what I do. And again, the benefits of DHA are legion. Okay, so thanks for watching this teaching today.
You've reached the end of another Doctor is In podcast with your hosts, Dr. Martin Jr. and Sr. Be sure to catch our next episode, and thanks for listening.